all the things that I've been shown. Girl, it's only a way I know. If I can fly up to the sky, if I can climb any mountain high, if I can swim the deepest seas easy, the girl you know. Wow. I would shed out the world if I could talk the words. I will love you and know you like a fantasy. We were meant to be. Girl, I love you. I really love you, girl. I'll do anything with the heaven sing. I'm a mountain high. When you hear my cry for love, I'll do anything with the heaven sing. I'm a mountain high. When you hear my cry. This one for all the girls, let them know. Talk to them. As the beat continues, it started to get a little harder, even though the sun going down. Pressure is being applied a little bit by a little bit. Pay attention, okay? We got anybody making money, about to make money, or they don't make money. This one is for you, okay? Especially if you're a lady. Oh, whoa. I said, go girl, it's a birthday, open wine, and your birthday. Say yeah, and we don't buy no drinks at the bar. We got champagne because we on that dope in the head. Say yeah. Go girl, it's a birthday, open wine, and your birthday. Say yeah, and we don't buy no. We got champagne girls. Let me hear say yeah. Rock anybody, don't try to work my body, don't try to make me want it, but girl you stay upon it, yeah. You got up something that gives me some balance, baby you're a challenge. When I text for you, ta-la-la-la-la, say girl, I really wanna know if you can go that time when I'm born like me, say girl, I really wanna be with you, it's just my type, da-da-da-da-da, what did I got, let me over, walk on the way to the job is over, say girl, I really wanna know if you can go that time when I'm born like me, say girl, I really wanna be with you, it's just my type, da-da-da-da-da, what did I got, let me over, walk on the way to the job is over,
All right, good morning and welcome to AllAhWeTV. We're celebrating the life of Javon Uncle Man Sasso. And since Javon's passing yesterday made a week, later on, not later on, but we learned on the weekend that we learned another musical icon, another great man. This man we lost Mr. Taylor, an educator, musician. He really was like a passionate jazz lover and performed so many places. They recently had a tribute event to him, and it was a very nice event. I didn't get to attend, but shout out to everyone who did. So to the family and friends of Lois Taylor, we just want to say massive respects to you. It's the Rise Up Morning Show right here on AllAhWeTV. Good morning, St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, Tatola, BVI, USVI. Good morning to you. We're celebrating life, enjoying life. Today we're going to share information, what's coming up, a little bit of news. And but listen, let's just start it up. We had an awesome praise and worship event this past Saturday at the Mark Marine Center and Tilly School. And this is a gentleman straight out of Trinidad and Tobago, positive, a big gospel superstar, and with all the vibes going on. You gotta give God praises, thanks, blessings, all the good stuff. And let's just share one of his selections right here with you. We'll fix this camera. We're going to come right back. Of course, we're brought to you by the Economic Development Authority, brought to you by Miss Naturalista, One Communications. One Communications. Talk a little bit more of our partners, Java Grand. And Java Grand has a big anniversary celebration that's coming up. So listen, wherever you're going during speed, don't speed. It had some rain last night in the St. Thomas Market. The roads are a bit wet, so take your time. You see me branding my UVI branding right here. What else? We're going to tell you all about Java Grant, and we're going to tell you about the weather that's coming up. We're getting into Hurricane Ali time. So you want to be prepared. The Hurricane Preparedness Kit, you're going to hear from it right here. Our good friends at the DFG Community Impact Group. Good morning and rise up here on AllAhWeTV.
I'm going to take you back in some old school music. It's called Never Let Go, all right? Give me some reggae music. Everybody will say, Jesus never lets me down. He's the Father for the people.
That was Positive at the Mark Marine Center this past Saturday, and just a fitting selection right now. Condolences and prayers to everyone who's feeling it right now. We're feeling it together as a community. We had two great icons, ambassadors in the music industry that has passed on. And it touches, of course, it touches hard. So we're going to remember their memories. We're going to celebrate their good times. And we're going to keep carrying the torch. We got to keep carrying the torch. So prayers, blessings, support to everyone, the entire community. That's right. Positive. Let me tell you, that performance was incredible. Look. You see Sherwin, before I go on, okay. The musicians, from the VI artists to those that came in, I did not get to stay for Brent. I was very exhausted. But Brent, I'm gonna catch you up another time. Brent from Tartola. You know, Brent that give you the worship music, but with that soca calypso drive and delivering the message. So Positive was incredible. But before that, you had Pastor Jordan, was it? The VI entertainers, if you just look at the Positive stage, you had Junie, you had the guitar man, he that play with Lourdes and the switch. You had that's the drummer, your name slipped my bell, but you're still my boy. He's with Dub Lab, was let me see. Yeah, watching him. Yeah, that's the drummer from Dub Lab. And then what's his name? Positive brought a keyboard man from Trinidad. He brought his keyboard man. But when we're talking about giving flowers while people are around, Shawin, the sax man, Shawin root up that show. When I tell you Shawin, Positive say, hey, Shawin, just do your thing. And Shawin did his thing. And Shawin went freestyle. The whole audience went crazy. We got some extraordinary talent here in the Virgin Islands. And we got to celebrate people. We got to give them their blessings. And Class of 2000 did that for Javon. Lewis Taylor saw his own right there a few weeks ago. And throughout his life, he's gotten it. So we got to big up our own. You know, we come together at times like these and just continue to uplift each other and move forward. So it's the Rise Up Morning Show here on AllAhWeTV. And we are here. It's a beautiful day in paradise. We're going from one to the next. And let me tell you what's coming up this week. A business has celebrated its 1 year anniversary. That business is Java Grand, located in Yacht Haven Grand. It's going to be an awesome celebration, and it kicks off their month-long activities. So you don't want to miss it. It's free. Who they got playing? They got DJ General Country. Java Grand is the home of your beautiful, I want to say, artisan coffees, your lattes, your mochas, your frappuccino, all those stuff, you know, those fancy drinks. They have it, but they have baristas. So it's a bar and a coffee shop in one. It's a great place for you to come and network. Last night we were filming this promo and there was a team there. What they were doing, they were meeting. So you want to have a little gathering, you need to have a meeting. AC, comfortable. A lady ordered the Assy bowl when she was there. You know, Java Grand got the Assy bowls. So you want to check them out in Yacht Haven Grand. But this Thursday, it's all about the big celebration, the 1 year anniversary. And guess what? You are invited, so don't miss it.
I'm Soleil. Come party with me at Java Grand this Thursday, 1 year anniversary. See you there.
All right. That was kind of quick. So let's play it again. That was really quick. That's a quick 10-second promo. Today you're going to get the full 30-second on AllAhWeTV. So check it out one more time.
I'm Soleil. Come party with me at Java Grand this Thursday, 1 year anniversary. See you there.
So it's the 1 year anniversary of Java Grand. It's taking place this Thursday. You get DJ General Country. Going to have a great time. What time the party goes from and until? Let me tell you right now. It is going from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. They're doing a denim, chic, and sparkling accents is a dress code. But listen, Caribbean people, you know we're going to wear what we want. So wear what you want. You may be coming straight from work. Come from the office. Come and celebrate. Come and enjoy. Let me tell you something. Having a business is rough. In the Virgin Islands is twice as rough. That's what we're going to talk about, the VIEDA business survey. So any business celebrating an anniversary, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, man, celebrating months, because day to day is like a challenge, man. And you want to say thank you to your customers, your patrons, the people who make it possible. But you want to celebrate making it through, because you are the business owner. You're a visionary, you're a dreamer, and you brought this dream, this service, this product to life. The public has accepted it. They're supporting you. We have some challenges sometimes with policies, funding. You're fighting the evil, bad word called WAPA. However, you're making it. So I try to attend, you having a 1 year anniversary, I just try to go and support and give encouragement, give a blessing, bless them with a sale, because just as that business is happy to make a milestone of 1 year, 5, 10, I'm happy when our operations make it as well. Well, so we share the love, share the support. So just come on in. You can come for the party. You can stay. Thursday, I'm prepared to be here on Island. I'm going to be there from 5 o'clock. I want to see them people. And Java Grant has so many offices there, from Bureau of School Construction and Maintenance. You get the feds down there. The feds work down there. You have Liberty. You have so much EDA, EDC companies. Of course, you have Miss Naturalista. You have Mo's. Come on in. Come on in. Let's have a drink, celebrate, and toast 1 year anniversary of a business here in the Virgin Islands. So let's keep it moving right now. So what else is taking place? Virgin Islands EDA, they had the economic survey, business survey. And I'm going to be honest, I was bad. I did mine on just this morning, believe it or not. And the portal was still available. It was supposed to cut off yesterday. It was supposed to cut off yesterday. However, it was still open. And we have a clip from Mr. Colin Hodge out of St. Croix. He shared what would his input. He shared his input that he would give to the business survey. So we want to share it here. We're going to play that clip. However, if it's still available, please go on to the EDA website and do the business survey. I want to pull it up right now. Going to AllAhWeTV page so that we can see the link. We could get the link and we could do it. It was so easy. It was so simple and it just flowed. So go and do this business survey. What's this business survey all about? And then we're going to talk about the PBA, the police, the union. The man sent a big letter listing that they have not had successful contract negotiations. Their contract is expired. They're still on the job. Many times we hear the officers cry, but what is the story behind the cry? But I want to say one thing, however, there's always two sides to a story. So we got the letter from the PBA, the police union. I'm going back to EDA story right now. We're going to share the PBA story. We want to hear from the administration, office of the commissioner. You said the other story too, because the public want to know what's going on. These is our officers, protect and to serve. At the end of the day, get on the table, make it happen. We have to come and, you might get everything you want. You might get some, you might get most. Let's make it happen because this is a small community. Anyway, back to EDA. EDA, this economic survey, which, like I said, I went to the website and I got to do it this morning. And let's pull it up right now so that you can see. You're seeing right here, it says, this is EDA website. It says, take the business climate survey. It's your voice, a business climate survey, now open. So the survey is still available. I encourage everyone to go and take this survey. Look at it here, why your input matters. By sharing your experiences and ideas, you can help shape policies, programs, and initiatives that make it easier for businesses to start, grow, and thrive in the USVI. Every voice counts, and your participation can help meaningful change. So you get take the survey English, you get take the service Espanol, and you get the flyer. So you just right there, click on the survey. It said September 15th. That was yesterday. Today the 16th. It's still there. You come right here. Click to share your information. Well, maybe since I do it, I can't do it again. But I did it already. That's why it wasn't there. But it was available and it's still available. So please go take the survey, push your information into what can be done different, what can be improved, what can make the business climate environment more favorable here in the Virgin Islands, because business is the economy. We have two economies. We got a government and we got a business. The business now, we are who everyone pays taxes, but them gross receipt taxes, them business expenses that keep things funded. That's what's going on. And we have to support business. Every time a business closes, It's like a baby die, a dream die. That's why we celebrating a 1 year anniversary of Java Grand, and I'm encouraging everybody to come through. Come through, massive and crew. Bring your co-workers, bosses, bring your team members. It's an awesome time to do some networking, do some team building. You come out, you're off the clock, but remember they're still watching you, still on the clock, so don't misbehave. The boss have to take the bill. You know, you get some petty cash or a business credit card, and you buy your team a little drink. And how is things going? How do you like working at the job? What can we do better? Come do that down at Java Grand this week. But back to the business survey. Business survey, businesses drive this economy, so we need to. And the business community is always quiet. Always quiet. Governor say it all the time, you know. Government employees love you, but something happened. We out there, we marching, we talking, we calling radio station, government employees, retirees, business. What about us? So this survey is for your feedback. Come and take it. Come and do it. All right, Rise Up Morning Show. Next thing I want to tell you about is, along with the business survey, the EDA also has an estate planning conference. Why is this important? Why is this important? This estate planning conference, and I'm talking a bit much, I got to get back into videos, is allowing to provide critical information to the community about wills, trusts, probate, and other estate planning matters. The event, okay, I'm going to look for the flyer because we still got the old information, but it is Thursday. Wait, that's September 18th too. So I'm going to be watching the estate planning conference. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, you have me at estate planning. 6 o'clock, I at Java Grand. Okay? But come and find out about the wills, trust, find out about how you can set yourself up, set your family up. And back to the point that I was making, why is it important? It is important because this is how you build generational wealth. You want to set up your family, your partner, the loved ones in your life, that when you go, how are they going to manage your assets? Who are you going to? Of course, the government want their money, their taxes, or who you owe, but you don't want your family fighting in court. You see a lot of them buildings we get tied up that they can't touch, that because what they call a world derelict buildings, a lot of them tie up in probate. The family, the government, cut the nonsense out. Have a trust. Say how this thing is supposed to go, how it's supposed to manage. Have a life insurance policy. That life insurance policy, you go by Thomas Funeral Home, then a sponsor just get them a blight. You go by Davis Funeral Home, St. Croix, you go over by what his name is, Los James Funeral Home, or you go see Nikki over at Divine Funeral Home. Say your policy is $150,000. Say it's $250,000. Some people have $500,000 riding on them. $500,000. Your funeral should be about $15,000, $20,000. So now what they going to do with the balance of that money? They might pay off your house. You might have a mortgage. You might have some assets they need to pay off. Now the rest of that money, they can use to start a family funding source. You want to start a business. You want to buy a land. You, instead of going to the bank, you could come to that funding source and you could take out $50,000, buy the land. You could take an X amount of dollars, go fund yourself, and you pay back that family funding source so that the next family member can borrow from it as well. And I giving just a tip of the iceberg. This thing is so much deeper than that. And this is how generational wealth is built. This is how it started. And that's why we have to, I try to show you the flyer, but it have these links. Let me open it right here just to show you. That is how generational wealth is built. And that's what we as a people have to learn to take advantage of. So, this is what's going on. It is the Estate Planning Conference providing guidance to make hard conversations easier. Attend a free session about wills, trust, probate issues, powers of attorney, right? And it's a free session. Free session. Register by September 16th today. Space is limited. Registration is mandatory. And it's Thursday, September 18th. St. Croix University of the VI, University of the Virgin Islands, Great Hall. St. Thomas is at Muse next to G Muscles Gym and the waterfront. Zoom link will be provided upon registration. So you can register by phone, 340-714-1700 St. Thomas. Register by St. Croix on phone 773-6499 or online www.usvi.eda.org. So Estate Planning Conference is hosted by the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority Enterprise Zone Commission. Again, providing guidance to make these conversations easier. You know what happened? Your loved one die and the bacchanal start. The fighting start. What you fighting for? You put anything in the pot? No, I want this, I want that. Daddy love you more than whatever. Stop that nonsense. Daddy, mommy, you yourself, because you have children. And whatever you have, you want one sister fighting over it, another sister or brother fighting over it. The gang go hide your ass. No, let you sleep peacefully and in comfort. So that estate planning conference, they will have the conversation. Let's make it easier. Okay? And once again, University of the VI Great Hall, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Thursday, September 18th. And St. Thomas and Muse next to G Muscles on the waterfront. Now, my friend, I'm having an event there Saturday. But my friend, I give her a plug anyway. They have a mail review Saturday over there at Muse. It's going to be exciting. You can check it out. Shout out, Mel. 1 minute you're footing, whoever going that way. But anyway, they're having a nice, exciting, getting tongue twisted this morning, mail review. So ladies, if you want to check it out, go check it on out. It's going to be something great right there on the waterfront. What else we have coming up? Going to run some ads. When we come back, we're going to share the letter from the PBA Association to the governor, to the senators, to the Commissioner Mario Brooks, to my girl, Jas Bringett, the head of chief negotiator for the government, saying we need these negotiations. That's what this group is saying. We are on the front line every day. We're putting our best foot forward, but we don't have a valid contract. That shouldn't even be cool. That shouldn't even be legal, because how am I working if I don't have a valid contract? That's like illegally on the people them job, right? And then when they don't show up to work, they have a sick out. What you do? You go in court order for them to show up to work. So, but this one side of the story, remember, we want to hear the other side of the story. So I'm going to call Mario Brooks. I want to hear the other side, hear what the government has to say. I'm going to call Jas. And Jas is my girl. I mean, big up. Excellent attorney. But we know there is more than one side to a story, and we got to let the community know what's taking place. More important, we just want you to solve it. Fix the thing. Fix it. Let me move forward. Government can't do everything, so we as a community have to prioritize. Everything we want done, there's only so much money in the pot. So, is it pay these people what they want, and then this other thing we going to scale back? We going to prioritize education, prioritize the hospital, but we going to relax on the energy office. We going to relax on another thing. We can't do everything, so we have to be realistic. Anyway, enough serious talk. Let's talk about PARTY. Where? At Java Grand.
I'm so lit. Come party with me at Java Grand this Thursday, 1 year anniversary. See you there.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step or one promise. Maybe it's one dream or one journey. One smile, one gesture, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment. So many stories that make up one crazy average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands, where the American Caribbean meets opportunity. With direct access to the global marketplace, discover a business environment designed to help you succeed.
Good ideas can be realized here.
We have wraparound services. We offer tax incentives. We offer access to capital. Companies that relocate here can get customer care second to none here from the Economic Development Authority.
We located in the Virgin Islands because of easy access of shipping and freight and cargo.
I welcome you to come to the Virgin Islands. Do business with us, expand, start. We're happy to have you. And while you're here, enjoy our lovely sunsets.
To explore a new horizon for your business, please visit our website at www.usvieda.org.
Press the button.
I can't eyes and that. Moving her waist like you got island that. I could tell how she dancing, she a island girl. This boy know your eyes a island man too. Wine and me don't wine and start. Grip on her waist without asking. Chat until we feeling exhausted. I just love the way she whine. Oh, she from behind. She goes up, I just holding her for the ride. I just love the way she whine. So I got to whine. She go up, I go up.
Step in securing your business or home is erecting a fence so the non-invited can keep out and the invited can be guided in. Now, a solid, beautiful exterior structure not only enhances the appearance but also increases the value of your home or commercial property. Meet Bender and Associates. They are the experts in aluminum and stainless steel, including their manufacture and repair. Their work include gates, automatic and manual, stairs, security bars, wheelchair ramps. Hey, once you dream it and it involves steel, aluminum, or any metal structure, Bender and Associates can build or repair it. And for those who love the metals with beautiful designs, Bender and Associates can do that also. Time to get started by calling 340-244-0861. Oh yes, Bender and Associates service the entire Virgin Islands. Bender and Associates, beautifying your property while securing your peace of mind.
Let's redefine getting ready. Today ain't just about stepping out, we stepping up. Starting with the essentials, the Levi Fisher bundle isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Hydrating and grooming that bed perfectly. Next, let's not forget the skin. With Naked Luxury's Fairline Men, we taking premium care that leaves your skin irresistible. Why? Because self-care ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So before you head out, remember looking good is more than just clothes. It's about bringing out your natural charm. You think your woman and want to see you rough all the time? Don't forget, look good all the time. Take care of yourself.
You think the woman and want to see you rough all the time? When looking good is more than just, hey, you like that? You like that one? I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. And that's a good one. Anyway, we're back. This is the Rise Up Morning Show. It's right now 7:35. Okay, listen, let's speed through this here because 8 o'clock is going to be there just right now. Listen, if you got to be there for 8 o'clock, you in the West, you belong in the East, take your time. You're already late. It don't make sense to speed. Take your time. No road rage. No honking. Behave yourself. All right, if we in St. Croix, we driving along. You know, they get all the road them cut up. At least the Queen Mary Road back open. But what they need to do now is fill the roads back up to the level. They have cut the road, pour in the concrete, and I guess they're waiting to put on the asphalt, and they never fix it back up. So why are you doing the mashing up your front end? Man, pure stupidness, man. So, but the road, frontline road, you know, they're still building the bridge. So you got to cut up, go by the army, go through the traffic by the school, then to go back on the road if you head in the back road. So just take your time. If you're driving our school children, most important asset, take your time. Be very careful. Children, if you're there, you're listening to this thing here, listen. Go to school, get an A, do what you're supposed to do, line with your friends outside of the classroom, not inside the classroom. Okay, what else we have going on today? We told you about the EDA and my partner, Mr. Colin Hart, she did a very nice testimonial, a very nice contribution of what his input will be for the business survey. But before we do that, we want to share this letter from the PBA. And that's the police union. And they did this yesterday. How come I can't? I know what happened. Doing one or two things at the same time. So listen to this here. The Police Benevolent Association, they sent this letter. Okay, I can pull up the letter a different way because this isn't working as how I want it to. Let me show you the letter. They sent this letter and it's addressed to the entire administration. They mean business now. So the letter right here, let's expand it. Make sure you can see it. So here it is. The Police Benevolent Association, Office of the President, St. Thomas St. John District. And you see it's to, who's addressed to Honorable Albert Bryan Jr., Josh Springett, Chief Negotiator, Office of Collective Bargaining, Julio Reimer Sr., Director, Office of Management and Budget, Mario M. Brooks, Commissioner, Virgin Islands Police Department, Gordon Rea, Attorney General, Virgin Islands Department of Justice, Kevin McCurdy, Commissioner, Department of Finance, Commissioner Gary Malloy, Virgin Islands Department of Labor, Director Sidney Richardson, Virgin Islands Division of Personnel. Now, I'm not a legal person. However, if people walk in and they have a current contract, well, you know the government have a way to get around everything. But that's a labor issue, a personnel issue, and it's a legal issue. It's a legal issue because you're technically on the job illegally. Let's continue. I know there's a legal way around it, but that just theoretically, it makes sense, correct? I know there's a way around it because they're first responders, and first responders, you're mandated to come to work even under certain conditions. But let's continue, and that's why it's important to have the other side talking. So let's continue. So good day. So subject continued bad faith negotiation and government's failure to honor contractual obligations. Good day. The Police Benevolent Association writes once again to express our grave concern and disappointment with the government of the Virgin Islands' continued pattern of delay, avoidance, and bad faith in the negotiation process. Despite repeated assurances from the chief negotiator, the government has failed to provide meaningful responses regarding wages, retroactive pay, and step increases that have been owed since 2023. So I have to do a little homework. What is step increases? Every year, government employees get a little increase in their pay. So step 1, step 2, step 3. So from 2023 now in 2025, they operated maybe on 2023 rate, pay rate, or even maybe from before. So that's what is going on there. From February through September 2025, the PBA have been met with only excuses, citing court hearings, personal matters, and scheduling conflicts. Meanwhile, our members, sworn police officers tasked with protecting the people of the Virgin Islands, have been left to bear the burden of stagnant wages, unsafe working conditions, and broken promises. The government, we're going too far, we're going too fast. Come, behave yourself. The government has held the PBA and its members in a chokehold for far too long. While our officers continue to serve on the front lines of public safety, the government has failed to act in good faith to resolve long-standing contract violations. This is not simply an issue of delay, it's a direct violation of Article 8 of the Collective Bargaining Agreement, which governs salaries, step increases, overtime pay, and callback pay. The refusal to honor these terms constitutes an ongoing breach of contract. All right, page 2. Thing getting juicy. Furthermore, the government's use of temporary restraining order to silence legitimate grievances has only deepened mistrust and strained relations. The union has constantly denied authorizing or sanctioning any strike or job action. To misrepresent our position before the court and the public is not only unfair but also defamatory to the integrity of the PBA and its membership. So take it back. You remember a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two, the frontline officers had a sick out. So the government, the management, have a court case against the union and its president saying that it was a state sick out. So they are saying, we haven't authorized it. We haven't done that. Although you all haven't performed in good faith, you all have not come to the table and done anything. That's what this side of the story is saying. Remember, I have another side. They say, Millie, we just try to understand the facts of the case and what's going on in our community. Back to the story. Since the TRO was implemented, that is the temporary restraining order. Remember, when they did the sick out, they went to court, tell them, you got to get our backside back to work. Go back to work. Or else we send in the marshals for you. Police officers went back to work. But this is the funny part. You remember when the marshals were in the bacchanal with that boy who busted and shot them? It's the police that who had to come and jump in with the marshals. Let me go back. Since the TRO was implemented, we have lost and continue to lose officers who see no meaningful change coming in the near future. Meanwhile, other law enforcement agencies are offering more competitive pay and benefits than our primary law enforcement agency, making retention increasingly difficult. Let me go through that and give my opinion. The PBA has not stood idly by. In fact, we have worked tirelessly in good faith to support the department, improve morale, and strengthen community engagement. In July, the PBA organized a week-long series of events honoring Officer DJ Daniel, which brought together officers, families, and the wider community in a spirit of unity and hope. Currently, the PBA is leading the Pink Patch Project across both islands in recognition of breast cancer awareness, demonstrating our dedication to supporting important causes and missions. Despite these efforts, our officers continue to perform their duties under extremely difficult conditions. We are still required to use non-patrol vehicles for patrol assignments, show up to work under unsafe and standard conditions, and yet we get the work done. Meanwhile, supervisors routinely take advantage by cutting officers' overtime hours, while insurers, they themselves continue to collect overtime pay at their higher salaries. That's not good. In addition, law enforcement officials assigned to offices, not the front line, continue to benefit from these practices disproportionately. This is not only unfair to the officers who risk their lives on the streets every day, but it's also deeply harmful to morale and the community we serve, right? The PBA, they said, the PBA has waited patiently through every promised date on February 24, 2025, August 18, 2025, and September 10, 2025. As of today, no concrete responses have been provided and no resolution has been achieved. The PBA stands firm. Our members deserve the wages, step increases, and fair treatment guaranteed under the CBA. The government continued inaction and evasions are unacceptable. If these matters are not addressed immediately, the PBA will have no choice but to escalate our response through every available legal and administrative and public avenue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go to the next page now. What's going on here? Page 2 of 3. Well, thing ain't behaving. Let me see page 3. This is what they're calling for. We are calling for immediate implementation of all step increases owed since 2023. Retroactive pay calculations based on correct overtime data. A firm and enforceable negotiation schedule with deadlines, not indefinite delays. Good faith compliance with the CBA, including grievance and disciplinary protections. The time for delay has long passed. The government must meet its obligation to the men and women who risk their lives to protect this territory. Respectfully, Joel Brown Connors, police officer. Joel Brown Connors, President, Police Benevolent Association, St. Thomas St. John. Police Officer Melford Murray, President, Police Benevolent Association, St. Croix. And in CC, the Lieutenant Governor, members of the legislature, Senate President, Vice President, Majority Leader, the whole legislation, the PBA union membership, media outlets. See, I read the man the whole thing. I read the whole thing. Connors, I read your whole letter. And you don't get on AllAhWeTV name. Make me want to jump on the other side. Come on, man. Union allies, yes, sir. So, that's it right there. He lose my interest right there now. When he put on with name. You know? Anyway, it's 7:47 right now. That's one side of the story that's happening with the PBA. And the police officers which are calling for action, regardless of what. We are a small community and we eat together, we dine together, we line together. So we have to be able to work things out together. If we can't work things out together, we're no different to the bad man or the man them on the corner who can't see their differences. We come at a table and one side said this is what I have to offer and the other side said this is what I have to offer. If one side cannot do it, you're unable to do it. But you could say or create a plan of action to when you can do it. And we just must be reasonable and respectful. So let's hope. We want to hear from the other side. This is the card that they talk about. Let me show you the card. That is the card that they have wrapped bringing breast cancer awareness. The cars are pretty. They have two in the St. Thomas Mark. I think more than two. There's the two and then there's the truck. And then you have the same amount in St. Croix. So it's very pretty. All right, what else is going on today? That's the PBA. Let me go right now to VI Weather Lady. Let's see if she pull up today update. You all got to pay attention. Asking everyone to pay attention to the tropics. Why? Why? These things them here, they getting big. They getting big. We in that time of the year. Look at this out here. Look at that out there. We got a little system up here, but you see this one? Then you see that other one that come off? That already look like an eye. Today is September 16th. We know the 20-something, the 30-something, them time, them rough in hurricane time. So let's hear what VI Weather Lady had to say. She made a post last night. And remember, VI Weather Lady, she just does this from the passion of her heart. She has a full-time job. And she's a passionate weather lover, deliverer, and she shares her information. She has proven success year after year. She tells us this going north, it goes north. She said this one here look like it gonna mash up, it ain't gonna grow. So happen. So I really pay attention and want to credit VI Weather Lady for all that she does for us here in the Virgin Islands and sharing the information. Okay, before we get into her weather report, listen right here. I want to share this information to you from the DFG Community Impact Group. It's the Hurricane Preparedness Kit, letting you know what you need to get, what you need to do to be prepared for the storms. Okay, this is it.
Hi, I'm Donna Fred Gregory, the DFG Community Impact Foundation. The National Hurricane Center and VITEMA advise that this storm season officially starts on June 1st and runs through November 30th, and there is a 60% chance of above normal hurricane activity. It is important that we are all prepared, informed, and ready in the event the Virgin Islands is affected, as small storms can result in damage to our homes and businesses. The DFG Community Impact Foundation created an easy-to-follow 6-step preparedness kit detailing must-have essentials and action steps in the event of a storm emergency. Visit the DFG Community Impact Foundation Facebook page to download your copy. Save it in your mobile phone or tablet. Share with family members in our community groups or WhatsApp and social media pages. Not on social media? Not a problem. An audio version of this easy-to-follow instruction preparedness kit will run on the USVI radio stations from June through November. This preparedness kit includes a list of essential emergency supplies, a list of important documents you'll need to keep dry and safe, suggestions of personal hygiene items, medicines, first aid supplies, clothing, and comfort items to help children get through the storm. tips to prepare the interior and exterior of your home or businesses, and instructions on what to do in case there is a need to evacuate your home. Preparing early is the first step to ensuring the safety of you and your loved ones. Get prepared now. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and be safe this hurricane season. This message is brought to you by the DFG Community Impact Foundation of the Virgin Islands.
That's our good friend Donna Fred Gregory, the executive director of the DFG Community Impact Group. That, be prepared, get it together, because we are in that time of year. This was VI with a lady yesterday. She said, "Good night, everyone. Invest 92L has a 60% chance of development within 2 days, a 90% chance within 7 days. G's on bread. Invest 92L is a large system and it gained considerable conviction today. Over the past few hours, it's been showing signs of organization. A center of circulation appears to be forming in the southwest quadrant. Invest 92L is expected to become a tropical depression or tropical storm later this week. The current size as well as the low position is a concern for me. The low riding system will have to make a significant shift to the north. Pray to whoever you pray to, that thing go north by. Anyway, you got to make a significant shift to the north. Let's see, where am I? Man, I lost what I was saying. The current size and the low position is a concern for me. The riding system will have to make a significant shift to the north to completely bypass the island chain. As indicated before, the environment ahead of it is favorable for additional development. Listen, and then she tells you a new wave is emerging off the coast of Africa as well. What I just point out to you and show you over there. Other websites that you can look at, tropical tidbits. Look, it'll just pop up in my thing. You come right there. This says show you the whole world. Where we gonna go from? Satellite imagery. Let's see where that goes. Okay. Atlantic. Okay, we're there. Atlantic wide. And you see right there, it shows you the systems, it shows you what's happening, show you the system right there that coming off of Africa and such. So you can see in real time, you can see our islands right up here. Can you see my cursor on the screen? Yep, the islands right up here. So you see that system. You see that thing starting to try to organize itself. Right now, all of us feel we're the meteorologists and we could give things. We ain't the meteorologists. Go to VI with a lady. She's the lady. She got it. She could tell you all about it. Or you go to, who's another one right there? You could go to Mr. Weatherman. Mr. Weatherman on YouTube. And I was calling the commissioner earlier. He's calling me back. I'm going to talk to him in a little bit. I'm going to pull him up on air. That's bad manners. So Mr. Weatherman on YouTube, you get to see him right here. And he did 1 hour ago. What does he have to say?
Hey,
that's a YouTube ad. You ain't paying me. Me paying them. I'm gonna skip ad. Skip.
Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Thank you for being here. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. A lot of areas to watch. Development getting more likely and big areas of heavier rain. We had some of that yesterday, parts of Trinidad, Antigua, for example. So watching us in the Caribbean, back through Belize overnight. These are the spots I'm watching more tropically for development. We'll get into this area here in the
Anyway, 7:55 right now in the morning. That's Mr. Weatherman on YouTube. You have the resources. We have the platforms. Stay informed. And Vitima step up their game. Let's see if they continue it. Because we're going to keep the pressure on, keep the fire, we ain't playing with them. But just go to the DFG Community Impact Group page. They have the chart. I'm trying to pull it up right here. I don't see it. But you can save it, your hurricane preparedness kit. We showed you the video. You want to stay informed. You want to have a plan. Listen, the last thing we're about to show this morning, yep, we're talking about it. That's it right there. 2025 Hurricane Preparedness Kit. June 1st through November 30th, everything boom, 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 boom. So let's continue on right now. What I want to show you, and we want to close out. I want to close out with Mr. Colin Hodge. Before I close out with Colin Hodge, though, his business survey input, that's going to take us out of here. Reminding you, Thursday, Java Grand, 6 p.m. 1 year anniversary, DJ Country. It's going to be a party. 5 p.m. at Muse and 5 p.m. at the UVI Great Hall is a simulcast. We talk estate planning, wills, trust, probate. You listen, this is the last one of its kind for the future. Why? They don't want you to have this type of knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is what build house and land. Okay? Knowledge puts money in your pocket. You pay money to get knowledge. Okay? And you get it for free. So come and take advantage of it. And they're going to get good little finger food and snacks. Come, get your knowledge, get your information. Yum, 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 yum. Right there. And then go over by Java Grand. Have a drink. 1 or 2. Know your limits. If you're drinking, don't drive. Call a taxi. Call a friend. We have to be great stewards of one another. And it's not a macho thing to say I could drive after a few drinks. Slow that down. Cut that day down. Take your friend home. My friend, I say, listen, don't even sleep it up. I dropping you home. We'll come back for that car in the morning. Okay? Do what you got to do. So let's play the Java Grand promo, and then we're going to show you Mr. Colin Hodge and his input for the business survey. So you want the business survey is still available. Go ahead and take it. Have so much to say, but our time is done. We out of here. Check out the ad. Then listen to what Colin Hodge had to say about what the VI government could do to make things more favorable in the Virgin Islands, specifically St. Croix. We love you. God bless you. Everyone who lost someone, our hearts and prayers with you. Sasso love you. Mr. Taylor love you. Out of here.
I'm so lit. Come party with me at Java Grand this Thursday, 1 year anniversary. See you there.
All right, I forgot. I gotta switch the thing. So I ain't got any yet. One more cut. Then we go right here. We're gonna show you Mr. Colin Hodge. Colin, where you is? Where is Colin? Ooh, look at right here. Okay. All right. Colin Hodge, we did it at his operation. Subway in Christiansted. You want a good sub sandwich lunch? Check out Subway over there in St. Croix, Christiansted, across from the court.
We are in St. Croix, about to talk to Mr. Colin Hodge here in Christiansted at the Subway operation. It's all about the EDA, and the government of the USVI wants your input on what they can do better or what can be improved to make business and life easier for us here in the Virgin Islands. Mr. Hodge, once again, thank you. So the whole question is, you've been in business for quite some time. You're a passionate Virgin Islander, passionate Crucian, and a UVI alumni. Congratulations on your business and your success. What can the government do better to help your operations and help the business community on a whole?
Well, I will start off with the executive branch, and that's not just this administration. This is something I've always said over the years. The organizations and the different departments and divisions that facilitates that from the time you go to apply for your name, trade name, all the way to you getting your business license, there need to be a more fluent process. It's definitely improved over the last, in this administration for sure. But there is no doubt that we have over-legislated our territory out of being competitive in the region and therefore the world. We need to relax a lot of the moratoriums, a lot of the laws that were passed that has restricted a lot of growth of the private sector business, especially here on St. Croix. People look at our downtown Christiansted and Frederickston and all of the different areas which used to be commerce 30 years ago when I was growing up, and wonder why there are hardly any businesses in these locations. You take a check and you will see it's because of bills and legislation that has been passed over the years, from the restaurant liquor license moratorium to the noise ordinance and several others. So beginning as far back as the mid-90s, when the first one was passed that restricts restaurants and bars from opening X amount of feet away or yards away from a church. From that legislation to now, we have had at least 6-7 legislation that has make it basically impossible for the downtown areas to thrive, which are the commerce district, especially for the island of St. Croix.
Wow, wow. Have you heard of the business survey that EDA is currently hosting? And would you be open to entering your suggestions in this platform?
As long as I have not heard of it, first of all. And I'm always open, to help. I mean, I'm always, when it comes to the private sector, there is no doubt, free enterprise system, capitalist system, you've got to be able to create one that is conducive for entering business and staying in business. So anything I can do to assist the process.
So you agree that this platform, this BizPulse platform, taking input from business owners is a good opportunity?
Well, it's definitely, I mean, you have to understand, yes, the business sector drives a free enterprise, and making sure that they input, which are objective inputs, by the way, which should be objective input and not subjective, are taken in consideration.
Perfect, perfect. So we thank you for your share. And I know, again, I started by saying you're a passionate Virgin Islander, strong business owner. My question is, outside of you said and the moratoriums and the making it easier for one to get licensed and engaged, what else you see happening in the Virgin Islands that could be better?
I'm going to focus on St. Croix. This time is of the essence. Until we understand that alias, which is the commerce, bringing new monies to commerce, is the key so that you and I don't rob each other. Because if we have $1 and we have 50 cents today, there's going to be a day when I'm going to have the entire dollar and you won't have none. The circling of the $1 within the community we have now is what's going on. So we're exchanging the same monies. Until we bring new monies in, which is done by boat and or sea, and create that environment, which means we need more hotel rooms on St. Croix. Having 600 to 700 hotel rooms on St. Croix doesn't put us in a competitive nature to compete with the region, but doesn't put us in a negotiating power to negotiate with airlines.
True.
Until we understand, we have lost the window where we had dozens of investors coming here in the late 80s, early 90s, up to 2003, 2004, with the Indians coming here to invest in building hotel rooms. I don't have to put a name to the groups or put a name to the resort that they were going to build. Until we increase the hotel room availability on St. Croix by 500 to 1,000 more rooms, which would make air flights be able to engage in negotiation, which would bring the price down. We're exchanging the same dollar. And when one of us doesn't have that dollar anymore, we go out of business, crime increases, and our societal ills increases.
Mr. Haja, thank you for the time. It's been a long time overdue. We both race for time, but I'm happy to have you on, and let's talk some more. And of course, we're pushing the EDA survey, and we're asking our businesses to go to the EDA website and take the survey and give their input.
All right, my brother.
Doing business in the USVI? We want to hear from you. Take the BizPulse VI Business Climate Survey today and share what's working, the challenges you face, and the changes you'd like to see. Don't wait. Take the survey by September 15th, 2025. Help shape policies that make doing business in the USVI easier.